Hi folks, this is another edition of my show, the Stuart Doll Show, starring myself, Stuart Doll. I'm coming to you live from my house right here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, with the current temperature here in Winnipeg is about 27 degrees and it feels like 30 degrees with the humidex. And we're supposed to be getting a chance of showers tonight, maybe a possibility of a thunderstorm, and the same story for tomorrow during the day and the evening and that, and then I don't know, what the weather's gonna be like for the rest of the week, because like I say before, whether people can change their minds, 3 days in advance, type of thing. So now let's just get right into my show. It's been a little bit since I made a video for my show, the Stuart Doll Show, but like I said in my previous video for my show, I'll try to make videos as often as I can for my show, the Stuart Doll Show. But once the once September rolls around, then I start back to bowling on September 10th, and then I start back to swimming on September 22nd, and then I don't know when I start back to curling. It'll be at some point during like fall slash winter months. Now, basically, whenever ice becomes available at the Rossmere Country Club, where my curling team, Rock Solid, curls out of. Uh, yeah. So I'm gonna be very busy, come the fall and winter months because, like I said, I compete in three sports with Special Olympics Manitoba. I compete in swimming, bowling, and curling through Special Olympics Manitoba. And then I also am a level A wrestling coach with my old high school wrestling team out of Grand Park High School. Um, so yeah, so during the fall and winter months, it may be a little hard for me to make videos as often as I can from my YouTube channel, Stuart Doll Show, because I'm gonna be really busy with like my sports and then coaching with the wrestling team and work and that stuff. Like that's the busiest time of the year for me. Now, for you WWE fans that may be on YouTube, as you probably know, WWE SummerSlam is coming to you live from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. I believe this not uh, not today, the 14th, but next Sunday, August 21st, when um, is when usually that's when SummerSlam usually takes place right around like the I guess you could say the fourth last Sunday in August, I guess you could say, like like right around that time of the year. And most of the time, it's switched between taking place at either the Staples Center in Los Angeles, California, or at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, where the Brooklyn Nets, formerly known as the New Jersey Nets, play out of now. And what was I going to say? But there's some really awesome, interesting matches for SummerSlam, and I'll go down the list of them. One of the matches it'll be for the WWE Intercontinental title. It'll be the current reigning defending champion, The Miz, taking on Apollo Crews, who's an up and coming superstar who has gone through the NXT system of World Wrestling Entertainment, or for short WWE. And then the other match is a tag team match. It'll be Enzo Amore and Big Cass versus Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens. And for you people that don't may not know who Big Cass and Enzo Amore or even Kevin Owens for that matter, those three individuals also have gone through the NXT, I guess you could say, system through World Wrestling Entertainment. So yeah, so that's going to be a really interesting tag team match between Chris Jericho Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens teaming up to take on Big Cass and Enzo Amore. Seeing as these four individuals have been having their issues as of late, if you know what I mean. Anyways, then the other one is a tag team match for the WWE Tag Team Championships. It's the New Day of uh, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods taking on the tag team of Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. And for you people that may not know who Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson are, I'll kind of explain it to you. They wrestled over in Japan like years ago, actually with AJ Styles and that. And also for you people that may not know who AJ Styles is, he's wrestled all over the world. He's wrestled in TNA, and then he made his WWE debut at last year's Royal Rumble. So that's another tag team match. And then for the WWE Women's Championship, it'll be the current reigning defending champion Sasha Banks, or for you WWE better known as the Boss, versus Charlotte Flair, who is the daughter of the 16-time world champion and two-time Hall of Famer Ric Flair. So, well, because on a previous episode of Monday Night Raw, Sasha Banks won the WWE Women's title by defeating the then champion Charlotte Flair. But for you people that don't know how championships and that work, say, like for example, say if you're the United States champion, or the Intercontinental champion, or the WWE World champion, or even the new WWE Universal champion. All champions have a thing in their contract which are called rematch clause, which basically states they can invoke their rematch clause at any time they want. They can even do it 24 hours after the pay-per-view, the next night on Raw, or the next night on SmackDown Live, whatever type of thing. But then there's another singles matches for the WWE United States Championship. It'll be the current reigning defending Rusev taking on Roman Reigns, and let's just say these two individuals have had a lot of beef and that like towards each other and that, and let's just say this match is going to be really, really physical between these two and that. And then the other match, it'll be a singles match to determine the inaugural WWE Universal Champion. It'll be Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor, who both also wrestled in NXT before coming to the main roster of World Wrestling Entertainment too. And then the other major match, and this match has been 15 years. Yeah, you heard me. 15 years in the making. It'll be the Viper Randy Orton taking on the Beast incarnate Brock Lesnar. And for you people that don't know who Randy Orton is, he's a former world champion, and when he first won his first world heavyweight title, he became the youngest world heavyweight champion in history. And on the other hand, Brock Lesnar is the most accomplished combat athlete combat athlete because not only he's a former UFC heavyweight champion, yeah, he defeated the UFC Hall of Famer Randy Couture to win the UFC heavyweight title. So yeah, so not only Lesnar is a former UFC heavyweight champion, he's a former WWE champion, but he's also a former NCAA Division One heavyweight champion. So if that doesn't scream, the all the accomplishments that Brock Lesnar has accomplished, I don't know what does. And I think in my mind that would classify him as the most accomplished combat athlete there is on there is. So yeah, like I said, WWE SummerSlam is shaping up to be a good pay per view. Now here's an interesting article. This is in regards to this article's titled "Beijing Blasts American Aggression Call for Russia-China New World Order." As the United States and Europe embark on an increasingly harsh, um, policies towards China, Beijing has moved to welcome the formation of an alliance with Russia to counter NATO. Speaking at the 95th anniversary of the founding of the Chinese Communist Party last month, don't even ask me to start pronouncing the name because, yeah, most Chinese names are so hard to pronounce. But anyways, delivered that Western analysts are calling an increasingly incendiary speech in which he called for military union with Russia to put render NATO powerless and put an end to the imperialist desires of the West. And that. So yeah, like what I mean, there's been a lot of a lot of BS going on over the years between the West and East and that. Yeah, and sometimes I really don't really pay attention to stuff because it's mind-boggling, like what the world has come to these days and that. There's been so many conflicts over the course of history, and that there's been World War I, World War II, the Korean War, the Bosnian War. There's been so many conflicts that over the course of history, but and that over the last couple of years and that it's mind-boggling what this world has come to these days. What else? Um, on another news-related subject, as for some of you people that are on YouTube may know about the incident that occurred last Wednesday at Pole Park. It was a dispute. It was a dispute over fare between a 29-year-old male passenger and a bus driver. basically, there was a dispute over Guerrero. They were like, "Ah, nah, 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 nah." Next thing you know, the 29-year-old male, I don't know what would possess anyone to do it, let alone this 29-year-old male to do it. He basically spits right at the bus driver. And obviously the bus driver's not just going to sit there, take that, crap, laying down type thing. So what does the bus driver do? He jumps out of his seat and there's, a bit of a, fist fight going on in that. The guy goes to take the swing at the bus driver. And, like I said, this bit of a fist fight ensues and that. And then eventually, the bus driver that was involved in this incident and another passenger were able to hold down and detain the 29-year-old male suspect until police arrived. And as a result of this, the 29-year-old male has been charged with aggravated assault, as a result of this incident um, that occurred, I believe, last week or a couple weeks ago. Anyways, that's why these days on Winnipeg transit buses they have this white sign at the front that basically states um, threats and assaults will not be tolerated, which basically means basically if you say insult the bus driver, which basically call him he or she any sort of name, start swearing, stuff like that, they'll kick you off the bus immediately. And if you make a fuss about it, then there is going to be a huge problem. That and the incident between that bus driver and the 29-year-old male is just a prime example of the no offense to you people, stupid people that hold this sort of crap type of thing. Like, it just really amazes me half the time. Anyways, oh, what else? Also, for you people on YouTube that may not know, yet again, the Saskatchewan Roughers of the Canadian Football League, of short CFL, have been fined yet again because they were been using ineligible players at their practices, which is a clear violation of the CFL rules. It's like, really, really, Chris Jones, really. Why would you pull something like this? Like, really? Wow, dude. You're such a world class bonehead. But that's just basically my opinion about the head coach and general manager of the Saskatchewan Roughriders, Chris Jones. And basically, for some of you people out there and you people on YouTube that sometimes like everyone's entitled to their opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion, and basically, as I always say, if you do not like my opinion, if you don't like my opinion, don't let the door hit you on the way out. If you catch what I'm saying. Anyways, so yeah. What else? Other than that, I've just been, just relaxing at home today, watching a bit of TV, doing stuff around the house and all that. What else? Other than that, it looks like, by the looks of things, it looks like shouldn't be a really soggy week this week, weather-wise and that. There may be, I think, maybe a chance of showers, maybe Thursday, but that, like, it's a minor chance of showers, like maybe a 30% chance of showers. But by the looks of things, it looks like it should be, relatively, nice temperature-wise and weather-wise throughout the week, which is a good thing, by the way. Uh, oh, what else? Well, I don't really have any much else to talk about on my episode of the Stuart Dahl Show today. So, on this note, this has been another edition of my show, The Stuart Dahl Show. For you young people, stay in school, stay out of trouble, and you do fine. And just stay away from drugs and that. And so I'm signing off for now. Again, I'll try to make videos as often as I can, but it's going to be really busy for me starting when all my sports and that start up again. So for now, I'll be just saying bye and just try to stay cool, my friend.